Both India and China are heirs to civilizations that value nature and have practiced sustainability through the ages. However, as we meet the basic needs of our people, we also face the danger of unfair burdens being imposed on us for mitigating climate change. We should ensure that the international response to climate change does not constrain our growth and that it continues to be based on the principle of common but differentiated responsibilities. 8. India and China have also benefited from a largely stable global order and peaceful periphery. But we cannot take a stable political and security environment in our region and beyond for granted. If we look carefully, many of our challenges are common. Terrorism, extremism, and radicalism emanating from our neighborhood affect both of us directly and can create instability across Asia. Similarly, maritime security in the Pacific and Indian Oceans is vital for our economies, just as peace and stability in West Asia and Gulf are essential for our energy security. Above all, India and China need a stable, secure, and prosperous Asia-Pacific region. The center of gravity of global opportunities and challenges are shifting to this region. In the coming decades, China and India, together with the United States, Japan, Korea, and the ASEAN community, will be among the largest economies in the world. While this region embodies unparalleled dynamism and hope, it is also one with unsettled questions and unresolved disputes. It will be in our mutual interest to work for a cooperative, inclusive, and rule-based security architecture that enhances our collective security and regional and global stability. While both India and China are large and confident enough to manage their security challenges on their own, we can be more effective if we work together. Regional stability and prosperity will also gain from stronger connectivity in the Asia-Pacific region. This should be a shared enterprise of both India and China. Ladies and gentlemen, I have said on several occasions that India welcomes China's emergence. Frankly, old theories of alliances and containment are no longer relevant. India and China cannot be contained, and our recent history is testimony to this. Nor should we seek to contain others. We both know that the benefits of cooperation far outweigh any presumed gains from containment. Therefore, we should engage with each other in a spirit of equality and friendship, and with the confidence that neither country is a threat to the other. This is the essential premise of India's external engagement. Our strategic partnerships with other countries are defined by our own economic interests, needs, and aspirations. They are not directed against China or anyone else. We expect a similar approach from China. Ladies and gentlemen, the landmark visit of Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi to China 25 years ago marked a new beginning in our relationship. Since then, successive leaders in our two countries have built on that historic opening. Over this period, our relationship has prospered and our cooperation has expanded across a broad spectrum of areas. This is because we have managed our differences and have in general kept our border regions tranquil. At the same time, we continue to make progress in resolving our border dispute. Having agreed to the political parameters and guiding principles, we are now discussing a framework for a fair, reasonable, and mutually acceptable boundary settlement. This stability in our relationship has created the basic condition for our two countries to exploit the opportunities created by our economic growth and opening. Indeed, the most dynamic areas of our relationship has been economic, and China has emerged as one of India's largest economic partners. Naturally, there are also concerns on both sides, whether it is incidents in the border region, trans-border rivers, or trade imbalances. Our recent experiences have shown that these issues can become impediments to the full exploitation of the opportunities for bilateral and multilateral cooperation between India and China, which is important for the continuing progress and transformation of our two countries. I believe that our two countries not only share a common destiny, but that we have unlimited possibilities of closer cooperation. Let me therefore outline 7 practical principles of engagement that I believe will set India and China on this course. 1. We should reaffirm an unwavering commitment to the principles of Panchsheel and conduct our relationship in a spirit of mutual respect, sensitivity to each other's interests and sovereignty, and mutual and equal security. India has welcomed President Xi Jinping's concept of a new type of great power relations. This is a contemporary development of the Panchsheel, or the 5 principles of peaceful coexistence elaborated by Prime Minister Nehru and Premier Zhou Enlai in the 1950s. It highlights in a modern context the need for creating interstate relations among major powers based on mutual trust, sensitivity to each other's core concerns, and a commitment to resolve all outstanding issues through peaceful dialogue. We should develop our relation on the basis of these principles. 2. Maintaining peace and tranquility in the India-China border areas has been the cornerstone of our relations. It is essential for mutual confidence and for the expansion of our relations. We should do nothing to disturb that. Indeed, we can achieve it by adhering to our agreements and utilizing our bilateral mechanisms effectively. At the same time, we should move quickly to resolve our boundary issue. 3. We should increase consultations and cooperation on complex issues such as trans-border rivers and our trade imbalances so as to strengthen our strategic and cooperative partnership. 4. We should maintain a high level of strategic communication and consultations in a spirit of transparency on our region and our periphery, eliminating misunderstandings between our two countries and building experience of positive cooperation. As the two largest countries in Asia, our strategic consultation and cooperation will enhance peace, stability, and security in our region and beyond. 5. Our convergence on a broad range of global issues should lead to enhanced policy coordination on the regional and global affairs and cooperation in regional and multilateral forums in the political, economic, and security domains. And finally, we will achieve much greater success in our relations by increasing contacts and familiarity between our people in every walk of life. Like a beautiful tangram that emerges from 7 different shapes, these 7 principles would together create a beautiful tapestry of India-China relations in the years that lie ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased that the agreements that we have signed yesterday will help to advance many of these shared principles. As officials who will determine public policy, I hope you will do everything to advance our cooperation and promote India-China relations from your positions of responsibility. Before I conclude, let me recall what I have often said, namely that the world is large enough to accommodate the development aspirations of both India and China. In my meetings with President Xi yesterday, he echoed this thought when he said that the Chinese and Indian dreams for becoming strong, developed, and prosperous nations are interconnected and mutually compatible. My meetings with President Xi and Premier Li give me great confidence that we can fulfill this noble vision. More than ever before, the world needs both countries to prosper together. We were not destined to be rivals, and we should show determination to become partners. Our future should be defined by cooperation and not by confrontation. It will not be easy, but we must spare no effort. What is at stake, ladies and gentlemen, is the future of India and China. Indeed, what may be at stake is the future of our region and our world. I thank you for your attention.